Sergeant?
Sergeant?
You don't look like a sergeant.
Yes, I am a sergeant. Now, I suggest you move on, sir.
No, don't come too
Fine,
close.
I'll tell you what,
I'm not going to move on.
I'll nick you for section 50, mate.
This episode is brought to us by Auditing Britain. Be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, AB records a police van left unattended on double yellow lines with its engine still running. A simple observation that officers should have addressed themselves. Instead, the situation descends into chaos. One officer loses control, not because AB has done anything wrong, but because he is drawing attention to their mistake. Ego takes over. Tensions escalate and an arrest follows. The atmosphere then changes dramatically once they realize AB has been recording the entire encounter using hidden camera glasses. It is a troubling example of authority spiraling when it comes under scrutiny.
Isn't that unattended?
No, I'm with it.
No, you're not with it.
What? Okay.
And then he says he's going to taser me.
Mate, you literally said you're going to jump in and steal the van.
I said I could.
Right, okay.
And what are you going to taser me with? Your fingers?
If you like. Mate,
try it then.
What? I tell you what, we're just going to crack on with what we're
Yeah, you crack on. I'm just saying, it's unattended. Key there. Hey, behave yourself. Hey,
what are you doing?
Don't put your finger on me, eh?
Don't you get in the van?
Does that look like I was getting in the van?
Yes, you are. What are you doing in there?
I was looking, where's the key? Idiot. No, you're not dealing with nothing.
Yes, I am.
I'm dealing with you, to be honest.
You literally just spat on us.
What do you mean? I didn't spit on you. Yeah, because you aggravated me.
Right. I suggest you just move on with your day.
Move on. You clear off. You don't back like this next time.
I tell you what.
And switch off the engine.
Right. What are we meant to do? How are we meant to go?
Switch off the engine. How about that?
Okay. If you want my shoulder number, you can complain about
what is
that.
it?
It's 4898. I'm Sergeant Pearson.
Sergeant?
Sergeant Pearson.
You don't look like a sergeant.
Yes, I am a sergeant. Now I suggest you move on, sir.
Don't come too
Fine,
close.
I'll tell you what,
I'm not going to move on.
Huh?
What are you going to do?
This is where the interaction immediately starts to unravel. Auditing Britain is filming an unattended police van that has been left running, rather than addressing the obvious issue. Officers jump straight to accusing him of attempting to access the vehicle. There is no evidence, no observation, and no explanation, just an accusation designed to shift the focus away from their own conduct. Auditing Britain is not provoking anyone. He is asking for the most reasonable outcome possible. Switch off the engine if the van is unattended. Instead, a sergeant moves into his personal space, raises his voice, and attempts to dominate the situation through intimidation rather than lawful authority. That is not command presence. It is panic. What are you going to do? I need you for Section 50, mate. What's Section 50?
What are you going to do?
I'll nick you for Section 50, mate.
What's Section 50?
Section 50 means you give me your name and address for acting in an antisocial behaviour.
How was I antisocial?
Because you literally, straight away, you're interfering with our vehicle.
Interfering? I looked, is there a key there? Because some vehicles don't have keys.
Right.
You can actually take the key with you, but in this case, you left the key. This vehicle is unattended.
Right, okay.
The engine is running, it's unattended. You can make it in advance.
We're not.
And now you're trying to do Section 50. Go on then. I dare you.
Give us your name and address then.
I'm not going to give you a name and address.
Oh, right.
I'm not going to give. Why would I give you a name and address?
Mate, if you're acting in an antisocial nature, which you are.
How's antisocial?
You literally have come over and straight away you're trying to pick around with us.
Because you left your vehicle unattended.
Well, put in a complaint if
you should say, I apologise. You should say, I'm wrong.
We spent a morning out.
I don't care.
Stolen bikes, right?
Do I care?
We've done that. Okay, and do I care that you've said that? I've given you my number, now you need to move on.
All right, wait, Sergeant, you left a police van, engine running, unattended.
10 metres away from it.
It's still unattended.
Right.
This is the point where they begin reaching for powers instead of relying on reason. Section 50 is suddenly introduced. Not because AB is causing harassment, alarm, or distress, but because officers are frustrated that he is refusing to back down. Describing this as antisocial behavior is difficult to justify. There is no crowd, no identifiable victim, and no impact on anyone beyond a few bruised egos. The suggestion that he is interfering with the vehicle is equally hollow when all he has done is observe and film it. What they really want are his details, and Section 50 becomes a mechanism they hope will force compliance. Auditing Britain picking around is not a legal concept. It is frustration being repackaged as suspicion instead of officers addressing the unattended van at the center of the issue.
Stop touching me, man.
Yeah, but you're just shouting.
Yeah, I'm shouting,
You made
sir.
your point.
Okay, so you need to apologise and say, sorry, sir, I will never do that again.
That every single time I'm going to turn off the engine, jump start the van because the battery's flat, every single time. That's what you're saying. So we've got the engine running because it's got a flat battery.
Yeah, but leaving an engine attended is an offence.
We're there.
Next to it. We're next to it.
It's an offence.
Right. You got my shoulder number. If you want to complain, complain.
Yeah, but
we're going to carry on with what we're doing, the way we're doing it. You need to move on.
I'm not going to move on. What do you mean? Why would I need to move on? You don't like it because I had to go to you because you committed an offence?
You're being extremely unreasonable.
How?
Because you've literally gone, oh, the stuff that we've done this morning, so all the hard work that we've done, getting all these stolen vehicles off the road, you've then turned around and gone, oh, excuse me, all the hard work you've done.
I don't know what work you've done. How do I know what work you've done?
Right,
How
you didn't
do I know?
ask because straight away you've come in and you've had a go, you've had a pop.
I didn't.
So I suggest you move on.
In fact, I was talking to myself, then you came to me, what?
Because
and then I answered you.
There looking in the van going, what's going on here?
I just want to see if it's unattended.
Right.
And I found out that it's unattended.
I'll tell you what then, here you go, look, let's jump the van then.
Thank you. No, that's not unattended.
Bye.
Where? Well done.
The excuse about the battery being dead collapses the moment you consider the rules officers are expected to enforce. Leaving a vehicle unattended with the engine running is an offense. There is no exemption for convenience, poor planning, or the argument that someone will be back shortly. AB is not nitpicking. He is highlighting conduct that would likely result in enforcement action if carried out by an ordinary member of the public. Claiming the battery is dead does not justify leaving the vehicle running. In fact, it makes the situation worse because it acknowledges that the vehicle was not in a condition to be left unattended in the first place. If the van cannot be safely switched off and restarted, then it should not have been left unattended.
Idiot. Unbelievable. You are an imbecile,
You're
man.
an imbecile. Honestly, you don't understand how much hard work we do around here. And then for someone to come in at the last minute and go, oh, excuse me, you've done this absolute minor thing.
Yeah.
If you're
Just correct it. You should have corrected it.
Right. So we've now left, over there, we have left an entire bank of bikes unattended to deal with you to get these stolen bikes in there. So we've put 8, 9 bikes on there.
This guy's an idiot. Are you a sergeant?
Yes.
What's your student number, Sergeant?
3599.
This guy's an idiot.
I saw you there following me to the toilet. What's your plan? Why are you around here, by the way? And I questioned you.
There
Why
we go.
Are you around
Section 50, mate. What's your name and your address? Here's my shoulder number here. Thank you very much.
You've been roaming around. What is your purpose here?
What's he got to do with you?
I need to ask you because I have to when I was heading to the toilet.
Why is this guy getting involved?
Right, here you go. If you've been following around there,
hang on.
I need your name
Following
and address.
who?
If you don't give me your name and address, you'll be arrested.
I don't know what your mission is.
You just touch that.
What section 50 is that?
At the moment, it's because of antisocial behaviour. If you're following people into addresses,
I didn't follow anybody.
Like that,
what are you talking
you're just
about?
Going to get handcuffed, and then you're going to give me your address
I don't
and
need
your
to.
name. Yes, you do. Otherwise, you'll be arrested. Thank you very much, sir. Right, so at this moment in time, you're under arrest for Section 50 because I need your name and address. You need to give me that. So at this moment in time, you're under arrest for that. You don't have to say anything, but may harm your defence. You do not mention questions.
These are tight. These are tight.
Following town hall security staff to the toilets is not a criminal offense. It is not antisocial behavior, and it certainly does not provide lawful grounds for arrest. There is nothing unlawful about being in the same area as security personnel within a public building. Likewise, there is nothing inherently threatening about walking in the same direction as another person when there is no evidence of harassment, obstruction, or interference. What appears to be happening here is an attempt to construct a justification after the decision to arrest has already been made. Rather than identifying conduct that reaches a legal threshold, they take an entirely ordinary interaction and attempt to portray it as suspicious.
We got the power now to demand your name.
You need my name and address and what?
Name and address under Section 50. Okay. So are you willing to give us your name? Otherwise, we take you to custody and find out your name now.
What antisocial behaviour you accusing me of committing?
On what am I accusing? It's literally said that you've just gone into a private area there, and I've said on here you've come up and you've challenged me and basically said you can't park there with your
Yeah,
thing
you
on,
can't.
which is fine.
Okay.
So I've told you that
You're angry because I had to go at you.
Huh?
You're angry because I had to go at you. You're going to abuse Section 50 right now.
I'm abusing Section 50.
You will abuse Section 50. I know the Section 50.
Okay.
Yeah, Section 50. Anybody that acts, if you suspect me that I've acted in an anti-social manner, yeah?
And you're
Then-
just saying that I'm doing this because you've had a pop at me.
Yes,
Right.
of course. It's clear and it's all recorded,
But you understand from our side,
right?
being a restricted building,
What's a restricted building?
that's restricted. You got access in there.
It's a
I'm
town
not-
hall.
Yes, sir.
Town hall,
But with
open.
You, with you shouting, spitting,
I didn't shout.
you were shouting. Let's be honest. Both of you
But
were shouting.
the town hall that you're talking about
Yeah.
is open. You can access.
As a security point of view, in this day and age, you can realise why our concerns are raised.
At this stage, the entire situation begins to fall apart. Threatening to take someone into custody simply to obtain a name and address is effectively an admission that there is little else to support the arrest. When AB repeatedly asks what antisocial behavior he is alleged to have committed, he receives the same vague response over and over again because there is no clear answer. The allegation that he was following someone does not even originate from an officer witnessing any misconduct. It stems from security staff claiming they felt uncomfortable. Then another officer attempts to salvage the situation by describing the town hall as a restricted building, a claim that is plainly inaccurate. A town hall is not a restricted site, and calling it one does not suddenly create additional police powers. It is a last-ditch attempt to make the arrest appear justified after the fact.
Yeah, go on.
He's basically said you've been in the public area.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he said.
All
You've
the
been-
time.
You've been outside the gents. Like, so he's gone into the gents, you've been waiting outside, and then he's got a bit unnerved about that, and then you've then come out.
No, I went in. He asked me. He looked at me. He said, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And I replied to him, "Yes."
Okay.
That is it. That is it, and it's recorded. So do not make that mistake, Sergeant.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to what we've originally think.
All right.
You got the hump with
Am I
Okay,
free to go?
just
Am I free to go?
2 seconds.
There will be no violence on my side. I might scream,
What?
but I
Okay.
might shout.
All right, okay.
But no violence.
I don't know what your
I
first
assure
name
you.
is.
You don't need to know my first name.
That's fine. So whatever
Release
your
me.
first name
Release
is,
me. You need to
what
release
I'm
me.
saying to you is I apologise that we have parked on a double yellow line.
You should have done that from the beginning.
And I'm
Now
sorry.
you realise it's
Well,
recording. Now you're apologising. Your badge. You showed me a badge earlier.
Yeah, Sergeant Pearson, 4898.
4898.
898.
And you are?
3599.
Sorry?
3599.
Sergeant, you are a disgrace, my friend.
Okay.
You are a disgrace.
Right.
That was an offence leaving the engine running. All you had to do is, sorry, I will switch it off. That's it. I am a member of the public. You treat members of the public with respect. Do you understand that?
And now.
And then you look it. I am
Literally,
shouting.
you-
I am
you said
aggravated.
to me
Look.
straight away,
Look,
right.
I am aggravated. What do you expect?
That apology reveals everything, and none of it reflects well on the officers involved. They do not reassess the situation because they suddenly recognize the law. They reassess because they discover they have been recorded the entire time. The handcuffs come off not after careful reflection, not after a supervisor reviews the facts, but only after the risk shift from controlling AB to being exposed by evidence. That is the uncomfortable reality at the heart of the encounter. Their behavior changes only when accountability becomes unavoidable. An apology delivered under those circumstances is not remorse, it is damage control.
Recording will see how much you're shouting in my face and how you're lunging towards
I can
me.
shout.
Okay, but if you're lunging towards me, mate, that's a safe.
I appreciate now your attitude has changed. That's
Right,
what it should have
because-
been
but-
from the beginning. You know what? This is making me sick because you guys on camera are different people. I'm glad I was recording. I'm glad I was recording in secret.
The entire time, mate.
Yeah, because you
That's
didn't know that.
absolutely fine. I
You did not know that because you were too angry. Yeah, I told you that. I told you that.
I would act
I
exactly,
told you that.
I
I told you that.
exactly the same.
No.
With or without camera, mate. That's how it works.
A member of the public approaches you, tells you something you are doing wrong, which you clearly are doing it wrong.
Right.
Just correct it. Just say sorry. Okay, you are busy doing something. Fair enough. I don't know that. And so what? Even if you are busy, we're all
You
busy.
could see where we were. You
So
could
what?
see that.
We're all busy.
Couldn't you?
We all have a job to do. But at the same time, we cannot commit
And look,
offences.
I'll be honest with you. I've bitten way more than I should have done. And I'm.
I
sorry.
think you overreacted,
Okay.
but then
And
again,
that's-
if you
and that's
react,
why-
if you,
yourself.
it's okay. You don't have to touch me. You've touched me enough today.
Okay,
if
get one
you,
over then, mate.
if you react like this every time a member of the public approaches you, then you're in the wrong job, my friend. These two just cost the taxpayers, the taxpayer money. That's what's happening. Yeah, no problem. Seriously, guys.
What makes this episode particularly concerning is that the person directing events is a sergeant. That role is supposed to bring experience, judgment, and restraint. It is meant to be the position that slows situations down, asks the necessary questions, and prevents poor decisions from escalating. Instead, the opposite happens. Rather than addressing the original issue or examining the facts objectively, the sergeant supports weak allegations, leans heavily on Section 50 threats, and authorizes an arrest that never needed to occur. That is not leadership. It is rank being used to shield poor decision-making. Once the confrontation collapses, it becomes clear just how fragile the entire case was. No offense is pursued. No meaningful justification remains. The only reason the situation escalated so far is that nobody in a position of authority was willing to acknowledge a mistake at an early stage. That is the uncomfortable lesson here. If this is how a sergeant responds to scrutiny, defensive, reactive, and willing to escalate in order to save face, it becomes much easier to understand how minor incidents evolve into unnecessary arrests. Policing does not break down because of a single poor decision. It breaks down when the person responsible for preventing those decisions is the one driving them. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, don't forget to check out Auditing Britain. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some support. Thanks for watching. This was British Police Hub, and I'll see you in the next one.